I'd always loved exploring abandoned places, old factories, houses, tunnels. It was my escape from the dreary routine of a small town in northern England. In mid-November, I stumbled across rumors about Blackthorn Mine, shut down in the 70s after a collapse that killed 12 miners. Locals whispered of voices echoing from within, something scratching in the dark, and an old man swore he'd seen a shadow with burning eyes crawl out of the entrance. They called it the Bone Weaver, a creature that spun its traps from bones and shadows. That only fueled my curiosity. On a Saturday morning, I grabbed a backpack, a powerful flashlight, a camera, and some rope, heading out across frozen fields and thorny thickets to the mine. The entrance was boarded up with rotted planks I easily pried loose. Inside, it was cold and damp, the air thick with mold and a metallic tang. I switched on my flashlight and ventured down the main tunnel, filming rusted rails and charred beams. The silence pressed down, broken only by my footsteps echoing off the walls. After half an hour, I spotted a side passage, narrow, low, with a crude cross scratched into the stone, as if clawed by something sharp. The air grew heavy, my flashlight flickered, but I squeezed through, ignoring the dread creeping in. At the end of the passage, I found an old cart piled with charred bones, human bones, arranged in a grotesque pattern like a web. Above them hung a shred of decayed fabric, something swaying in the air, long, thin strands, black and glossy like tar, shifting as if alive. I snapped a photo, and that's when it started, a whisper, dozens of hissing, muttering voices right behind me. I spun around, nothing but darkness. The whispers grew into a low, vibrating hum, my flashlight died, and then I saw it. It crouched in the corner, taller than a man, hunched, its arms dangling to the floor, gaunt, with fingers stretched into crooked claws crusted with black, like dried blood. Its face, if you could call it that, was hidden under a mass of those tar-like strands, writhing like living things. Through them glowed eyes, two searing embers, red as molten metal, locked onto me. It reeked of burnt flesh and wet earth. It shifted, and I heard a crack, like bones snapping, and the strands began reaching for me, pulling me toward its web. I dropped the camera and bolted, feeling icy fingers graze my neck, leaving a burning sting. The hum chased me, shadows on the walls twisting, stretching long arms, the whispers swelling into a rasping howl that froze my blood. I stumbled over rocks until I hit the main tunnel and sprinted for the exit. The strands snagged my jacket, tearing it, until I burst into daylight and collapsed onto wet grass, gasping. Back home, my backpack was empty. No camera, no photos, just a scrap of fabric with a burned cross and streaks of black tar. A week later, they said the mine would be sealed for good. A tourist had vanished there, leaving a car by the entrance and bones arranged in that same pattern nearby. I've told no one what I saw, but the whispers return at night, and shadows shift in the corner of my room. Yesterday, I woke to a cracking sound, like breaking bones, and saw a cross on my wall, scorched, with a thin black strand dangling from it.